Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning with me, Brigand Hall. So I found the final lore stone. It's right here. We actually saw it in the last episode when I was fighting this group of kobolds, and I ran right past it.
Yet tragedy befell these giants, as in trying to force the Hyperion upwards, Athene was angered and made her rage known. And so the life was driven from some, the faith from many.
Forgive our trespasses, and bless us with wisdom, Athene the All-Knowing, in whose name we pray.
Alright, well that's over. I just came over to pick a fight with these guys while the lore stone was playing. But now we can fast travel to Hyperion Temple. And I did find another one of those litanies off camera as well. So if we go here, consumables. Yeah, I think the litany to Balin is one that I found. Because the litany to Athene is one that we got from the quest. I wonder if they work outside of the Teeth of Nyxaros. So you would map these anyway. Do that one, and I'm probably never going to use these. I'm just going to pop them now.
You have come, good. We stand in a ground once hallowed beyond all things, now tainted by the excommunication of my people. Ever since that terrible day when arrogance and desperation brought about the disfavor of the gods, my followers have tended this place. Now come. We shall go to the Antichamber of the Hyperion, the very spot where the sins of the Colossi were answered.
Hyperion Antichamber.
It is where the former Primos, Arches, bade the Hyperion to rise to join our city. Where the gods saw fit to condemn us for our hubris, it will be the altar of our forgiveness.
And what is the Antechamber?
The Antechamber is the flawed design of Arches. It was the means by which he sought to force the Hyperion to join the city. It was to do so using the spark of divine magic Athene placed into each of us, that these fragments combined create a force equal to that of a god. Such power was never meant to be wielded by the unworthy. The energies struck back at Arches, and the many assembled in his chamber, killing them. The end of this awaits.
I am glad to see you survived the Teryx Eries beckoned. And now I see that Anakatos is intent on fulfilling his whim. I would be careful. The temple is old.
Hyperion.
It is a dead end for my people. Just one more thing to distract them from the Teeth's troubles.
And what are you doing here?
Since we elected to spare the Jotun, I can return to my regular duties of keeping the peace in these lands. Anakatos requested an escort for his followers here. Would that I could refuse, but the Primos asked for me personally. I dislike this place. For all we saw when claiming Arches' circlet, this temple is his true tomb. It is the tomb of so many.
Now what happened here?
We learned definitively that all the trials we surmounted, all the strife we weathered in pursuit of Athene's love, had been in vain. But the most important lesson was learned by few. We cannot depend on the heavens to support us. We should make our own way in this world. Arcase and Anakatos have already shown me the delusions of faith. I only hope this farce is done with quickly. Farewell.
All right.
Much was ruined in that dark hour. The magics holding the paths together were unbound. Only the cipher can reorder such magics. Press ahead and set the path.
Yeah. Oh, no, okay.
Come. We must finish this.
I don't even see that thing in the center there. Huh. Really don't need to bash all these. It's probably not worth the money. I'm probably burning through more durability than I can afford with what I'm getting out of the vases. This is what, 10 per one? I only made 9 there, so I think it's 10 gold per 1 durability repaired. Might be based on your mercantile. Chain of Kraos. Ooh, bunch of regen. I like that. But I like the 10% damage a little more. The amulets last me a long time. 10% damage is nothing to shake a stick at. I feel like he could easily follow me off these little ledges here.
Finish this.
Honestly, it'd be easier for him since he's taller. Kind of just step down off of him instead of having to jump down. Okay.
Come. We must finish this.
Oh, that's cool. Bunch of fallen water. This whole dungeon's pretty cool so far. Though it could do with a few more enemies. If I had to nitpick. I need Illyria. Or Lyria. So we can go and equip that as well. Do I need to talk to him? Yeah, seriously, I can't get enough of how well the NPC following is designed in this game. You sprint, they sprint. They match your speed. How hard is that to design? How hard is that to put into a game? Obviously not that hard. It's in a game from 2012, so... If there's any developers watching, take notes.
Come. We must finish. We have reached it. Beyond that stone is the Hyperion, the gift of the gods, the symbol of a covenant concluded. It rests out of reach, waiting for the day when the gods forgive our trespass, when they find us worthy again. Until now, I feared such a day would not come. We should begin. The gods visited this room once before. It seems only fit that you occupy their position. I will take my place where Arceus once stood.
How does the ritual work?
Long before, Arceus dared grasp the power of the gods and was judged according to his impudence. We act now as their analogues. In you, the gods visit this chamber once more. You shall stand where they appeared and made manifest their wrath. And I shall stand where Arceus stood and bore the brunt of their imminent will. Come, Beckham.
Okay. Seems like a good idea. Couldn't imagine what could go wrong.
Thank the gods. Praise be to them. After all this time, I bear witness to their confirmation. You have done so well, Beckoned, to bring the cipher to me and to let me use its strength. With you, I can do what Arceus could not. Command the Hyperion.
What did you do? What did you do to me?
This chamber harnesses the magic needed to control the Hyperion. But before you appeared with the cipher, no force was sufficient. I knew that when we first met, when I first sensed the cipher, that I could unseal the Hyperion and command its power. Why else would the gods furnish you, whom I needed most in my lowest hour?
And what's going on?
The gods have found my people unworthy of the gifts offered us. So, using the Hyperion, I will see Idylla destroyed.
Okay, he's cuckoo.
The wicked will be purged. And once the city falls, I will reforge the ruins in an image the gods find acceptable. I'm sorry, Beckoned, but you must be a martyr for my cause.
No. I did not consent to this. The cipher broken by Anakatos' scheme. Your fate powers seem to fluctuate wildly. That doesn't seem good. I can't go that way. I guess we circle back around to the top. What's up, fellas? Well, so far so easy. So is that a curse that they put on me with the Shattered Fate? When struck, you have a % chance to lose fate. Alright, well, I shouldn't get hit. Problem solved. I wonder if blocking counts as getting hit. Or if you have to actually take health damage.
Learn your place. May the heavens refuse you.
Running away from me, jerk. Can you see him down there? I didn't check. I'm gonna assume that you can't. Oh, they must be above me.
Beckoned? What has happened? Why are Anakatos' acolytes attacking us? What is he doing with the Hyperion?
Let's see, Hyperion.
Curse the gods for leaving the thing here. Anakatos will use it to kill all of us.
Yep, that's his intent. Anakatos.
The Primos has lost his senses. If he thinks his actions will return the love of the gods, he's gone mad with grief.
Yeah. He means to destroy Idilla.
Destroy Idilla? No. That zealous fool. Have the loss of his gods driven him to such despair to use the beckoned and the cipher for such ends? We must make our way from this place. We cannot stop Anakatos from here. Take this shield. One of my soldiers dropped it when the silent choir ambushed us. I hope it protects you better.
Shouldn't we stop Anakatos?
How if we cannot reach him? And we can do nothing to stop him if his worshippers kill us here. We must make for the surface, and hope that there is time enough for us to deal with him. Farewell.
Alright, let's check out what she gave us. The Hoplon. It takes a strong arm to bear the weight of the Hoplon, but the defensive capabilities of these shields are legendary. It does look really cool. This is just way better. Narrow Splinter Charm. 5% damage resistance with melee, 10% critical hit damage with melee, and plus 5% poison damage. I don't do poison damage, so I assume that doesn't work. I need to wait to apply poison before that mattered.
Come, we are close to the surface. Farewell.
Yep, working on it. There we go.
Just come.
Alright, good job, Sikandra. Way to tank for me.
Anakatos has sealed himself in with the Hyperion, and his silent choir will lay down their lives for him. I do not know what to do, Beckoned. I have defended my people from beasts and disasters, but nothing like this.
I feel like it's the same thing. He's still a bit of a beast, isn't he? Let's see, we've got to stop him.
Of course. I will not let Anakatos destroy my people because he believes the gods demand it. I know we have the strength we need inside of us, despite his claims. We are worth saving, even if the gods disagree. But Anakatos has sealed himself in the Hyperion Antichamber. Without the cipher and knowledge of the Hyperion, we are lost.
Then let's storm the Hyperion.
Anakatos was lucky enough to have your cipher to exploit it. With the cipher drained, we will never force it to unseal. If we knew more of the Hyperion itself, we might learn of some other way into it. But the only one that has this knowledge is Anakatos himself. Anakatos and his silent choir had a monastic retreat in the wilderness, Nyxaros. We should search it for anything that might help us open the Hyperion.
Nyxaros.
Nyxaros is one of the many portions of the city carved out, but never raised into the sky. Anakatos and his silent choir use it as a retreat.
Where's Nyxaros?
It is an old portion of the city that was never raised up. It was supposed to be a shrine of quiet contemplation. Now it is the refuge of Anakatos' silent choir. The complex rests where it was first carved, in the Mountains of the Teeth. Farewell. There is little time. Be cautious,
I'm not trying to talk.
There is little time.
Oh,
Very
get away
well.
from me.
There
That's
is little
right.
time.
Oh my
Very
goodness,
well.
I'm not trying to talk to you. There we go. That was so frustrating. Well, these guys want to fight. Let's go pick a fight with these guys. Then we'll fast travel to Nyxaros. One thing at a time. Alright. I wonder how big this dungeon is going to be. Oh, let's go inside and find out. Looks like it's going to be a big one. But again, maybe not.
We cannot waste time. There does not appear to be much here, but we have to be thorough.
Where should we look?
We should try near the Shrine of Athene. Anakatos prizes her above all else. I would wager he keeps his secrets with her. Farewell.
Hello, frame rate, once again. My old friend.
What can I do?
Whoa! Like, part of my body's disappearing. Might just be an effect from the my weapon that I'm carrying. Discovery of the Hyperion. We had originally believed that we had come across just another Myri ruin, but the sheer brilliance of the structure convinced us it was something far greater. It was constructed of a material we could not name, polished to a sheen that made our blades seem dull. One among us remarked that it looked like the sky, and it was moments later we discovered it belonged there. We had found the now-fabled instructions to raise the structure into the heavens. The response to our discovery to the word of Athene was deafening, and that evening the Nyxaros itself trembled at our celebration. I'd never before seen a unifying force that was as effective as this discovery, nor have I since. What we could not know was how our society would tremble, much like the Teeth did on that day, when the Primos and his associates gathered the magical strength to raise the Hyperion. And though the Caldera stood untroubled when our celebrations on that first day ended, I cannot say the same for my people after the tragedy of the Hyperion. Hey, Lorestone.
I, Anakatos, make this record in penance for my disappointment of the supreme goddess Athene, in hopes that I may return to her favor, so that I could help my people find her strength once more. I have committed several acts that may have angered her, and now I purge myself of them so I might find her grace again.
Alright, how many are in here for that? Status, Lorestones. 1 out of 5. Plus 4% status effect, durations, and Teeth of Nyxaros. Okay. I like how it's limited to the Teeth of Nyxaros. Add up Signet, 45 mana, and 1.5 mana regen. That's the largest regen we've seen so far. Alright, Detect Hidden. I'm not going to put this last point in, despite... Oh man, it'd be so good though. Despite the bonus it gives, because we will get a skill book that gives us Detect Hidden at some point. I'll try to find it. So we're going to hold off on that for right now. Again, I think it'd be extremely useful, but I don't want to waste the skill point if I can help it. Colossi History 1, we've read that already. It's like, look at that, part of my body is like disappearing. Some sort of graphical glitch or something.
Beckoned, not time. Seek Primos below.
Okay. Gotta find all these lore stones first, though.
I am afraid we have dishonored my master, Arcades. He is a pious man who has always sought to serve, and we use the power of his position to force us on the true path without his knowledge. Slavery, oppression, pain, all are used to mold them.
Hold a moment. These are bodies of colossi. What are they doing here? Wait, I recognize some faces. Belfron, Armandia, these were great colossi, all viable competitors for the role of Primos at one time or another. I do not like the implications of this. What has Anakatos wrought? Farewell.
He's got a little off his rocker, that's all.
In this confession I shall tell of how my master was brought nearly to his death. Arcades failed Athene in our mission to bring her servants to a devout state that would be worthy of her power and wisdom. At my behest, he sought the Hyperion force to the sky to earn our recognition. The ensuing eruption of Athene's wrath killed many, and nearly took dear Arches.
Like, this seems unnecessary. If you're just killing people so you can take their spot, you don't have to torture anybody. Whoops. Pop one of these. What does this do? Minus 25% mana costs. Not that I use mana anyway, but I guess it's nice. Well, I mean, I use mana, just not a lot.
The Primos cannot succeed.
Trespassers, you are too late! The council already lies dying in the torture chambers, and the Jotun slaves will soon be butchered as the master ordered. Come, brothers and sisters, let us deal with these curs.
Okay. Alright, chill out just a second.
Your ignorance is pitiful.
I hear you. Beckoned, I found this in our struggle. No doubt some form of torture device. But your strength can apply it for good. Now to decipher what the cultists said. But there are also the slaves. They will be killed if we don't save them. But if the council is dying, we must choose who we see to first. The council must be important. Something that could help us find a flaw in his plan, perhaps. Or learn more about the cipher in the Hyperion.
Council.
I do not know what the council is, but I have had enough surprises today. I only hope that we can find it of use.
Nyxaros.
I know what this place is now. These travesties, these heresies, these are what Anakatos truly is.
Jotun slaves.
I can only imagine what labors Anakatos had them perform. Could this have been the cause for Karank's war?
Can't we help both?
I do not believe so. The council is dying if Anakatos' dogs are to be believed, and the slaves are to be executed. I am unsure who we should be trying to help, but you are the Beckoned of Athene. I must defer this choice to you. So decide. Do we go to the slave pens and help the slaves? Or do we go to the torture chambers to try to find Anakatos' council before it dies? Farewell.
I don't know. How do I know which one is which? Hey, Chausis of Helios. Received after Vigil and Vision at a Helios shrine by Beryl Diara, a hero and martyr of the early defense of Arathil in the Phalan's War. I guess I'll let luck decide. It'll be a coin toss because I don't know which way leads to what. This looks like the slave pens because there's dead Jotun this way. Well, I'm interested in what this council is. Let's go this way first. No, this is back the way we came. Gotta go back the other way.
The Primos cannot succeed.
Let's see. Let's pop this one, I guess. What's Athene's wisdom do? Plus 15% status effect durations and plus 20% experience bonus. Ton of litanies, okay.
Finally the day has come. The wait has been long, and nearly unbearable. But at last, you are here. Before my strength has fled me, ever since the day I brought ruin to my people. I thought this burden was my punishment. It seems I have not survived for my sake, but for yours. It is a joy to see you beckoned. I have much to tell you, and I do not have much time left.
Who are you?
I am Arcais. Once I was the Primos of the Colossi, but no longer.
Pretty sure he's not where he should be. Are you the council?
It is what Anakatos calls me. For though his faith runs deep, his knowledge of the gods' will is malformed. You must have seen the travesties this false prophet has wrought in the name of my people. And now, the Hyperion is his. We must focus on the Hyperion. The gods brought you here because you can answer the riddle of my people's fate. You, and you alone.
The cipher is the answer?
Yes. You and it both. For without you, the cipher cannot be of use. And without it, your power cannot be harnessed. For the riddle of my people's future is one the gods themselves cannot answer. Fate is obeyed by all. By all. Except for you.
Anakatos kept you alive?
More than that. It was Anakatos who insisted we build the Antichamber. That we try and force the Hyperion to rise. It, in desperate times, his thought made sense. But when I brought the wrath of the gods down, only he and I survived. He dragged me, broken to his domain, and kept me on the edge of life, so he could learn the wisdom of the Primos.
How can I raise the Hyperion?
The power to change fate. That is the role of the beckoned. To serve the gods and unbind my people. But Anakatos schemes. Though he will not receive the favor of Athene, he is not ready for the Hyperion. He will bring destruction.
It's kind of his purpose.
It is too soon. But I have left the answers long before. Find Sikandra. Ask her about our last day. And tell her I am sorry.
Arcades. I had always... He had died. He had died years ago when the gods rebuked him and our people. It was truth. Anakatos had him alive and tortured. I watched him die years before. All that was left of him was a circlet. A circlet.
Arcase.
There was much he should have answered for in his lifetime. But what we saw in Nyxaros, he didn't deserve it. He didn't.
Jotun slaves.
I am sorry we could do nothing to help the slaves, but their suffering is over now. There is small comfort in that.
Arcase mentioned the last day.
Our last day. The day... Could it mean the last day that I saw him? The last day we spoke? Before the Hyperion tragedy, he asked me to escort him through the wilds, to the shrines outside the city, the shrines of earth and air. He told me to remember them when times seem bleak. I thought nothing of it, but could he have known about this? About now?
How do you know Arcase?
Because I am his daughter. It was known to many, and it used to be a bond of pride. And he taught me the wisdom of a Primos. But then, Arcase brought down the wrath of the gods. I thought that was how faith was always rewarded.
Are you alright?
I once thought that faith was what would ruin my people, the thing that would distract them from their happiness. But I see now, it is apathy. To not care for our people, that is Anakatos' sin. As I thought it was our cases before him. But this is so much larger. Larger than I ever thought. An Arcase. He always knew that I would be here. He must have always known.
Air Shrine.
It is an ancient place high in the teeth of Nyxaros. I do not understand its significance. But we need answers, not more riddles. Let us unravel this as quickly as we can. The fate of my people is at stake.
Arcase.
My father died in service to his gods, for whatever love they might have shown him. But for all the anger I've held towards him, I'm glad I was there.
Earth Shrine.
I don't know why Arcase spoke of this. Apparently, it's necessary for unsealing the Hyperion, but how? I was expecting answers from Nyxaros, and we're only getting more questions.
Adilla.
Something is wrong. Anakatos wishes to destroy Idilla, but how close is he to his goal?
What do we do now?
The task is clear. We need to... Ah! My head! Can you feel it? Something is wrong. This magic... Anakatos has done something. We must return to the city. We might be too late.
What's it? Excuse me, what's happened?
Something grave has happened. I can feel it in my body. I fear Anakatos may have accomplished his goal. Very well.
Well, we still got some exploring to do.
I struggle to keep sweet Arcase alive so that I may find in him the knowledge and power of the Primos, and in doing so can find the answer I needed to bring myself, my people, to perfection, to regain the goodwill of the great goddess. Thank Athene that my followers continue my work while I tend to my master.
Alright, we're not quite done in here. We have the other path to take. I want to try and find the remaining lore stones. I think we only need one more, right? Or two more. Only one more, so it should be down the other path. There's one over here, I assume there's one over there where the Jotun slaves are being held. And then we can leave this place and call it an episode. I do feel bad for the Jotun, but I had to make a choice. I'm kind of glad I made that one, because it allowed me to speak with Arcase, I suppose. I feel like that was an important conversation to have, so if you didn't talk to him and you freed the Jotun slaves instead.
If only there were others akin to myself, holy ones, who are resolute and hold tightly to their faith. Or had I the means to create the people the gods truly wished for, so that we finally may raise the Hyperion and bring the befouled to their ends. We would do for Athena what she most certainly demands of the wretched.
Alright, let's clear out my inventory real fast, and... I'm gonna try and start putting stuff into the junk section as I go. That should save me some time. What do these do? Oh, it's where we release the slaves. Okay. So there are some enemies down there. It's a very large area. I'm glad I came back this way. I assume you help the Jotun fight this area. There's also a chest over there.
Embrace your death.
Alright, hard to spell. Let's see if we got it. Nope. Off to a terrible start. Alright. Alright, another chest, and should be everything, I think. Just some alchemy ingredients, which I don't really care about. I doubt there's going to be a chest in here, because why would they give chests to the slaves? Alright, let's get to the exit. I'll call it an episode before we leave, in case there's a cutscene when we exit, in case, I'm assuming Anakatos destroyed the city. Or something along those lines. So, I assume there's going to be a cutscene. Just look at that. It's like it's cutting parts of my body off. I don't know if it's because of the hammer or the frame rate, but the frame rate should be fine over here. But yeah, now it's not doing it. See, I think it's a frame rate issue. So I guess I could turn the super sampling down. I keep talking about it. I'll probably never do it. Because I don't think it's my my computer's fault. I think it's the game just not being optimized. Okay, chill out. Alright. The final stretch. Oh, all the enemies respawned. Fantastic.
Sacred key.
The gods curse you!
Invoice. Alright. His body's still bugged out. Let me just make sure that I did get all the lore stones in here. I sure did. Wait, right? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna call it here. Next episode, we'll exit, see what happened to the city, and pursue Anakatos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.